Job interviews, they're probably some of the most stressful experiences we can go through, especially when the interview is not in our native language. I've been there before and I've failed, but this did not mean that I gave up. That's why today I want to share 5 things that you definitely need to do so you feel confident and prepared to ace your next job interview in English and ultimately land your dream job. But first, if you want to go from feeling like a lost and insecure English learner to being a confident and natural English speaker, then why not hit that subscribe button and bell down below so you never miss out on any of our new lessons. First things first, you have to have a good understanding of the job description as well as the company culture. You probably already know that in order to prepare well for your interview, you have to research the company. It seems obvious, right? But in order to prepare well in English, it will help to review the job description and identify keywords and phrases related to the position, especially words and phrases that you have difficulty pronouncing or that you're not used to talking about in English. You can prepare your answers by practicing with a tutor or with someone in your life who is a more advanced speaker. This will help you identify how your qualifications and goals align with the position. What this means is that you'll be able to match your skills with what the company is looking for. For example, if the job description mentions needing photo editing skills, you can mention any previous photography courses that you did or perhaps any relevant awards that you've won. Just so you know, when we talk about company culture, we're referring to things like the values and beliefs of the organization. This also refers to how employees give and receive feedback and whether individual ideas are taken into consideration in terms of decision making. You might also find other interesting information on the company's website, such as awards that they've won or new changes in the business. This is good to know as you can discuss relevant examples with the hiring team during the interview. This will show that you are knowledgeable about and interested in the company. So now that you've prepared, it's time for your interview. First impressions are important, especially during a job interview. Whether in person or online, having the right body language is crucial. Your body language can have a significant impact on how you are perceived. In other words, how other people see you. So it's important that you're aware of your body language from the moment you enter the interview. So keep your head up, shoulders pulled back, no slouching or laid backness. This is all about making the right impression and showing that you are the right candidate for the job. Also, smile and make eye contact when appropriate. This is the best way to show that you're interested and engaging in the interview process. Having the right skills and adequate work experience is a big part of getting the interview. But once you're at the interview, it's very important that you also show your social skills. This is another reason to research the company so that you understand the company culture and therefore the correct etiquette to use during the interview. By etiquette, what I mean is the appropriate way to behave or address people during the interview. For example, take note of how people at the company introduce themselves. Do they refer to one another or themselves by name, or do they use their title and last name? There's no correct way, and it differs from company to company, so it's important to know this beforehand. However, if you're unsure, address the interviewee by their title and last name. For example, you could say, "Hello, Mr. Black, it's nice to meet you." Or you could say, "Hello, John, it's nice to meet you." Also, you might find that while it's common to shake hands during interviews, this is not always the case. So pay attention to their body language and mirror them. In other words, if they extend their hand, do the same. If not, it's okay. You don't need to force it. But before we continue, let us know down in the comments, what is a customary way for people to greet an interviewer in your country? Share your answer in the comments below and don't forget to add an encouraging message to the rest of the community. In order to structure your answers well, you need to be able to use a mix of verb tenses. You can't possibly predict what they're going to ask. You can prepare answers to common questions like, tell us more about yourself, or tell us why you want to work here. For example, interviewers often start by asking the question, tell us about yourself, so that they can understand your background or history. When you answer, start by mentioning where you are now before briefly explaining how you advanced to your current position. And finally, transition into your future goals and why you're interested in this position. Use simple present continuous tense to talk about something that is happening now, at the moment. For example, I'm looking for an opportunity to achieve my professional goals. Use simple past tense to talk about actions that finished in the past. For example, I began my career in the retail industry. Use present perfect tense to talk about actions that started in the past and continue into the present. I have been a successful manager since 2011. Ethan and I recently did a podcast episode together where we discussed more ways that you can shine during a job interview. So if you'd like to check it out while enjoying interactive transcripts, why not do so using our RealLife English app? This is the only place where anytime, anywhere at the press of a button, you can connect with other English learners from around the world. This will take you from feeling like a lost and insecure English learner to being a confident and natural English speaker. And that's not all. You can listen to our podcast with full interactive transcripts and vocabulary definitions. So download it now for free by clicking up here or down in the description box below, or simply search for RealLife English in your favorite app store. Always follow up within 24 hours with an email thanking the hiring manager. This could be a quick note simply thanking them for their time, or a longer one elaborating on some of the things you discussed during the interview. This is an important way to leave a lasting impression. It's important to know that if you do not hear back from the company, this does not mean that you should give up completely or that your English skills had anything to do with it. Think of it as an experience you've gained so that the next time a job interview in English comes around, you'll be so much better at it. To recap, here are the tips we discussed today. Have a good understanding of both the job description and the company culture. Make sure that your body language screams success. Be sure to research the correct business etiquette to use during the interview. Speak about the past, present, and future. Send a follow-up email. So that's it for today. I hope you're feeling confident enough to send out those job applications, and when it comes time to the interview, you'll feel prepared and ready for it. If you enjoyed today's lesson, be sure to check out this one next. It sure is. By the way, I hope you enjoy the tea. It comes all the way from Ukraine. I hope to visit someday, but no. Actually, a friend from work gave this to me when the RealLife English team visited Brazil earlier this year. I'm curious, is it common for people in your country to drink tea? I see. In South Africa, it's very common for people to drink tea. The most popular tea here is rooibos tea, which is delicious and caffeine-free. I prefer to have coffee in the morning and tea in the evening.